Well, hello there, and welcome back to another edition of GNAT-TV's News Project Live on our Facebook page. I'm Andrew McKeever, the news director at GNAT-TV's News Project. It's a pleasure to be back with you again this Friday, October 1st. And we have a few stories we're covering and want to get to, so we'll jump right into it. The biggest story this week that we were following, and we have a story posted about it to our website, GNAT-TV.org, is of course the story coming out of Long Trail School, where for the past couple of weeks at this point has been back and forth going on between a group of parents and faculty members on the one hand and school administrators, board of trustees on the other. As we're going on the air and coming to you right now at 1 p.m. This afternoon, a meeting has been planned for to take place at Long Trail between faculty, staff, and trustees to at least try and iron out some of their differences and maybe kind of begin starting towards being able to understand each other's side. Basically, the group of parents and faculty members, well, they've been saying that this has been not something that just happened recently, but has been brewing for a while. Have some concerns about a top-down management style, faculty turnover that was higher than normal, um, and a general lack of transparency, I guess you'd say, coming out of the board of trustees, and not kind of hearing what they thought were complete answers to some of the questions they had. Um, anyway, the parents and faculty members held a meeting last week, which we have reported on, and the they released a letter earlier this week that had about six different demands. One was the resignation of the current board chair from the Board of Trustees and removal of language in the parent-student handbook that allows for the disenrollment of students based on the behavior of their guardians. Current bylaws of the Board of Trustees they'd like to see published on the Long Trail website, and there's a few others as well. Now, the Board trustees responded earlier this past week saying that they wanted to host or conduct a strategic planning meeting with the faculty, staff, and board members to focus on the enrollment and growth and class size. And ahead of this meeting, they were hoping to assemble a task force to provide information and perspectives in advance. And all interested faculty and staff were invited to join us. So it's it's quite a difficult and complicated situation they have going on up there now. Earlier this week, also several alumni of Long Trail School, recent alumni, released a letter saying that they were supporting the faculty members in some of their concerns. I should mention also that open letter to the Long Trail School Board of Trustees and community was signed by about 25 of the teachers. There was about, I think, 49 altogether. So roughly half the faculty is as part of the group that's is expressing some concerns about where the school is headed. Um, so we'll wait and see. Very very difficult situation. They're also looking for a mediated forum that would give as they put it, a 360-degree review of the performance of the headmaster by the end of the school year. So we'll continue to watch this unfolding story as closely as possible. The next big date that's coming up is October 14th. The in the letter that they sent, they are talking about gathering on the school fields to continue student education there outside the classroom, presumably discussions about these issues. And if they don't feel that their requests are met in an adequate way by the end of the day on October 18th, the signatories to the letter will continue the walkout off campus on October 19th. Um, so, ongoing story. We will certainly be following it as closely as we can. A very fast-moving story as well over these past couple of weeks. Turning now to the governor's press briefing earlier this week on Tuesday. The big announcement there was that school universal face masks mandate, the, the school universal face mask mandate would be continued or extended to November 1st. It had been scheduled to, well, I guess today would have been the last day initially, but given the number of cases that are being reported around the state, uh, government officials decided it better to leave the mask mandate on for now, um, to allow school districts time to calculate the percentage of currently eligible students who have received 2 doses of the two-dose vaccine. They feel like they need a little more time to get that done, and plus it's just a safety factor. Currently, as most of you I'm sure know, all Vermonters age 12 and older are eligible to be vaccinated, and the hope is that after November 1st, the masks would no longer be required for all those eligible for vaccination when the vaccination rate among students is equal to or greater than 80% of the school's eligible population. Um, so that continues to be a factor in play. We'll get to the latest COVID numbers in just a second, but I just wanted to remind you all about where things stand with boosters, the booster shots. Um, Currently, as of today, if you're 65 years of age or older, you can, and you got a Pfizer uh, vaccine back last spring or whenever you had your 2 shots, you are eligible to get your third booster. So far, the Johnson and Johnson and Moderna vaccines are not yet part of this program, but it is for Pfizer. So, like I said, if you're 65 and older, you can register for a third shot, booster shot, with the health department. You can go to their website and log in there and make an appointment. Um, you can also sign up if you're 18 or older with certain medical conditions that put you at high risk of getting severely ill with COVID-19. Um, or you're 18 and older and more likely to be exposed or spread COVID because of where you work, or if you are a member of the BIPOC community, Black, Indigenous, or person of color, or 18 and older and live with someone who is Black, Indigenous, or a person of color. So you can again get your booster by going to, or at least get the appointment by going to healthvermont.gov/myvaccine, and you'll find a location that offers the Pfizer vaccine near you. Um, you don't need proof that you're eligible or have to be a Vermont resident, but you need to bring your vaccination card when you go for the appointment. Health officials are also reminding Vermonters that it's time to get your annual flu vaccine, and there's no waiting period between getting a COVID-19 booster shot and getting your flu shot. And I should have added also that they're saying it's a 6 to 8 month lag. That was the original idea, 6 to 8 months between your second shot and this third one. Okay, turning to the numbers at this point. Um, Yesterday, there were 223 new cases reported, 49 folks in the hospital, and 317 deaths reported, with almost 88% of eligible Vermonters partially or fully vaccinated. Today, just before we went on the air, the updated numbers for the overnight numbers came in, and with those, we have 189 new cases, so a slight drop from the day before. 48 folks in the hospital, 10 in the ICU, but one additional death since yesterday to take us to 318 Vermonters so far. Here in Bennington County, 11 of those cases were, of those 189 cases were from Bennington County, 11 new ones. We had 174 over the past 2 weeks over in Windham County. There were 4 new cases, 163 over the past 2 weeks. In Rutland County, which has been a bit of a hotspot lately, 24 new cases, 379 over the past 2 weeks. So they are, I'm sure, struggling with that as well. Just to quickly look ahead to a couple of things we're going to be following next week. Senator Becca Balint, the President Pro Tem of the Senate, and Speaker of the House, Representative Jill Krowinski, are on a listening tour going around Vermont talking to folks about how, soliciting ideas and how the federal ARPA money, American Rescue Plan Act money, should be spent or invested. As you know, the state is receiving a fair amount of money to put towards projects to offset the impact of the COVID pandemic, and also could be invested in things like broadband or climate resilience. They are the House Speaker and the Senate President Pro Tem are traveling around the state, well, remotely, I guess. They had their first meeting over in Windham County earlier this week, and they will be touching base down here in Bennington County on, October 6th. There will be a Zoom call that you can jump on if you'd like to give the two politicians some ideas about how they might spend that money. And I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that. So again, that's October 6th at 5:30 will be the session that will focus on Bennington County. Then the next day, October 7th, over in Londonderry, there's going to be, 2 meetings now, one a Zoom meeting and one in person to talk about what folks in the town think North Main Street should look like in coming years. There's been a couple of groups over in Londonderry have been studying how they could improve the town, and the Main Street has been a big focus. The main commercial strip of Londonderry, that would be, I guess, Route 11 and Route 100 there by that intersection. And there'll be an opportunity again for residents and those who care about Londonderry to weigh in. The meeting will be hosted by the consulting firm Stevens and Associates of Brattleboro. They'll give an overview of what they've learned so far and open it up then for discussion and questions. There will be a Zoom version of the meeting held at 3:30. I'm sure you can contact the Town of Londonderry's town office and register or get your Zoom invite. And then at 6:30 that evening, running from 6:30 to 8 p.m., there will be an in-person event at the Neighborhood Connections place in Londonderry, just right on Route 100 there, right near the intersection with Route 11. So again, Neighborhood Connections, October 7th, 6:30. It will run until about 8 p.m. So that'll do it for us for today. Again, just want to remind you all, if you have any events that your organization or you may be involved with, you can send that to our email address, events@gnat-tv.org, and we can post those on our new events page to help spread the word. And we'll leave it at that for today. Hope you all have a great weekend coming up, and we'll see you again next Friday. Have a great day, everyone.